Are we in danger or are we endangered? So guys, doing this video because the collapse of humanity, it has begun. I don't think any of us can deny the things we are seeing and then say that it's not happening and or it's normal. I don't recall ever seeing things this bad in the way the human race is operating on this planet. We are operating in such a way that we are undoubtedly going to end our own existence on this planet on multiple fronts, not just climate change, which again is not real, but like cutting down the rainforest, hunting animals to extinction, like the white rhino, the last white rhino that's still alive, and they call it functionally extinct, meaning it won't be able to reproduce because there's no one to reproduce with or another rhino to reproduce with, and it's done. And after it's dead, that's it. It's gone. There will be no more white rhinos, and that's because we fucking kept operating the way we're operating. We're wiping out rainforests and forests around the world, not just in the Amazon, but around the world. We are treating each other like shit. We are doing things that are not making sense. We're offing each other just because. Guys, there are tons of videos out there now of guys who were cheated on by their girlfriend, and then they take their girlfriend's life in a parking lot or on the streets. You got people who are just out of nowhere flipping out and knifing their mother to death the night before Thanksgiving. You got people offing their entire family because Trump won the election. Another lady bashed her father's head in because Trump won. And then sat there in his blood laughing about it. Something is up. The lady who knifed her mother the night before Thanksgiving was also grinning in the courtroom and stated that she didn't have a mother, that her mother didn't exist. There was some kind of psychosis disconnection going on, because the laughing and the carrying on and the grinning and the sitting in their blood and wiping it on their face, all this crazy shit is becoming more common. Whereas before it wasn't, and when it happened, you were like, well, that's a crazy bitch. But now you're starting to see it more. So something is absolutely going on. And I would have liked to have contributed a lot of this to the Mr. 19 arm ticket, but we started seeing an introduction to this shit a few years before the arm ticket was introduced to us. But now that the arm ticket is out, we've seen an influx of this. Some people will blame processed food. Some people will blame all of the arm tickets that we're giving all of these kids. What are these kids getting now? 50-something or 70-something arm tickets for babies to their, 5, 6 years old or whatever it is. That's a lot of shots, and it has to scramble a lot of these kids' brains. These kids who are throwing temper tantrums in Walmart, some of these kids, one kid just offed his mother because he didn't allow her to buy something on a video game, if I'm not mistaken. And there was another kid who pushed his mother off the Riverside Park ledge into the river, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This was back over the summer. A lot of these kids who are taking all of these arm tickets because it's required by law are starting to have a lot of mental problems. And we're seeing a lot of these kids act badly. You got kids that are offing other kids. You got kids that are doing weird shit to kids, raping them. I've never heard of so many kids behaving this way when I was a kid. Few far in between when we were younger. Now that we're older, we're seeing more of this. And one will sit there and go, well, because social media is allowing the stories to get passed along a lot faster and more frequently. That could be that, but I doubt it very much, because a lot of the influx in violence is up, like around the world. So are we endangered of no longer existing? And I would say yes, because look at the depopulation going on. Now, again, the other thing that mixes with the depopulation is the fact that social norms are becoming not normal anymore. Meaning this new generation of kids don't want to have kids. This new generation of kids, they want to stay single longer. And in some cases, they're single for so long, they can't find the right one to have a kid with. And then they wait longer, and now the women can't have kids because their vagina's broken at the age of whatever the fuck it is, 40, 45, right, when the women's vagina stop working. So anyway, there is that taking place as well. But you also have the birthing rate that are dropping in way of women who are now not being able to get pregnant and or having miscarriages left and right. That is undoubtedly up. Now, I looked up articles, and every article out there is trying to dispute the fact that the arm ticket was the cause of that. Every article. But there are medical findings making the connection from the arm ticket to miscarriages and or deformities in pregnancies and women not being able to get pregnant at all because of this. And that is up. And anyway, still, it's out there. We are hearing more and more women can't get pregnant. Now, you can also attribute that to society and how we're living and what we're eating and the technology as well. That's also playing a part. I have to mention that because just like in the movie Johnny Mnemonic, when they were talking about technology creating that illness where people were like having seizures and sick, I think our technology is also adding to it as well. Not to mention the ultra processed foods that we're eating and giving to our kids. So we're clearly in danger of no longer existing because the way everything is going right now, it's on deck. We are in danger as well because look at the bullshit that they keep pushing for us to take. They got the flu arm ticket and the Mr. 19 arm ticket ramping up again because we're in COVID season, and so they want you to take more of that. There are way more people catching cancer now, that have cancer now than before. I've never seen anything like this. Not in the last 47 years have I seen an increase this bad, and now they really can't tell what it is. You got one study saying that it's Mr. 19 causing Mr. C cancer. Then you got another study saying that, Mr. C prevents cancer or reduces cancer sizes. Can't be both. We are undoubtedly, guys, in uncharted territories right now with everything that's going on. And people who are scared are trying to make sense of it by making irrational comments and or statements or findings stating why we are where we are. And they will not point to the obvious fact that if the World Economic Forum, who has gloated, talked about depopulation, we're actually seeing it now. Is there anything we can do to stop it? Because if we are in danger and if we are in danger, can we stop any of this coming our way? I think we can, but the ultimate answer is something that people don't want to entertain. Because we are comfortable in our lifestyle, we're comfortable in our ways, and nobody wants to go and get it. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.